Good afternoon. Good afternoon and welcome to the spring commencement ceremony of the University of Houston, Victoria. Dr. Bob Glenn, the president of the university, is not here this afternoon because his mother is in hospice care in Fort Worth, and he was called by the hospice to tell him that she had taken a turn for the worse, and he's in Fort Worth. I'm David Cockrum. I'm the interim provost, and I will be substituting for Dr. Glenn this afternoon. Since this may be the first encounter for some of you with a formal academic commencement, we thought it would be helpful to explain the significance of the ritual and symbolism you're about to encounter. We're about to engage in a ritual that is 46 years old on our campus, and in higher education goes back almost 1,000 years. In your program, you will find a brief description of the history of academic regalia. What is not included in your program is the reason why we chose to wear these gowns today. The wearing of academic robes goes back to medieval times when a person's dress clearly designated who that person was and the station they held in society. At that time, there were no universities and no libraries. Coming into possession of knowledge is one of the few ways a person could move up in a world where there was a rigid society. If one was able to learn how to read, finding books would be the next obstacle. There were only two places to find a book: monasteries and private libraries. But monasteries were the only place where books could be assessed by someone not of noble birth. Men who wanted to seek knowledge and better their lot in life came to the monastery to find it. In most cases, these seekers of knowledge were young clerics. They were required to wear the clerical robes as a declaration to the world of the path they chose. To put on the robe was a life-changing event. A person who put on the robe of a cleric was committing himself to serving others as well as himself. As time progressed, the wearing of robes became increasingly symbolic. As universities developed an identity separate from the monastery, the meaning of the robe changed. The wearing of the academic robe by our faculty is still an expression of who we are and what purpose we are supposed to serve in society. When we wear the regalia, we are still saying to society that we are seekers of knowledge, that we are here to serve others as well as ourselves, and that we recognize our obligations to those who are present here today. 1,000 years ago, when a cleric put on the robe, he was saying that he was a new person, a member of a new community. Today, your candidates for graduation are donning their robes to proclaim to you that they are different people. Today, they become full members of the community of scholars. When a cleric put on a robe, it was a life-changing event. Your candidate for graduation dons this robe with the same hope. Your candidate for graduation has worked long and hard to get to this day. And when he or she marches out of here in that robe, we will all be celebrating those accomplishments. Your presence here today represents the roots from which these candidates for graduation came. Your presence gives each candidate for graduation a connection to who he or she is and gives us a reason to come together to celebrate where each one is going next. So, ladies and gentlemen, please stand when the music starts for the procession of graduates. Thank, thank you, Dr. Cass. At this time, I ask that you please turn off all phones and other electronic devices. Please remain standing for the singing of the national anthem, led by Ms. Casey Cutchin, a UHV senior from Victoria, who's double majoring in history and psychology.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Ms. Cutchin. Please be seated. For those of you who missed the announcement I made earlier, which is mostly the graduates, Dr. Bob Glynn, the president of the University of Houston at Victoria, is not here today. And he would like to be, but his mother is in hospice care in Fort Worth, and he got a phone call yesterday that she'd taken a turn for the worse, so he's there with her. Joining us today in our ceremony is a distinguished representative from the University of Houston system, as well as special guests and friends. I am pleased to introduce them now, and I will ask them to stand. From the University of Houston System Administration, Dr. Amer El-Naishai, who is Vice Chancellor for Research and Technology Transfer. In addition, I'd like to welcome Victoria County Judge Ben Zeller, who also is a UHV alumnus. He will be formally introduced later on, and I am pleased to say that he is our commencement speaker today. I'm also happy to present to you members of the President's Regional Advisory Board. The President's Regional Advisory Board is a group of outstanding citizens who offer the University Administration wise and timely advice on many issues. Mr. Brett Baldwin and Ms. Deborah Williams, both of Victoria County, are here today. Thank you for your service to the University, Mr. Baldwin and Ms. Williams. Also in attendance today are some special guests I'd like to introduce. Please stand and be recognized as I call your names, and please hold your applause until I've introduced everyone. The brand new Victoria Mayor, Raleigh McCoy, Ms. Jamie Zeller, wife of our commencement speaker, and my wife, Sally Cochran. Let's welcome them all. At this time, I'd also like to introduce Ms. Luann O'Connor, our alumni representative. Ms. O'Connor, please stand so we can welcome you. UHV is fortunate to have dedicated administrators who work to help students achieve success and are part of the President's Cabinet. Some of them are seated behind me on stage. I would like to ask them to stand and be recognized at this time. At the heart of any university, of course, is its faculty. You've already seen a faculty representative, our Grand Marshal, Dr. Jeffrey Cass, President of the Faculty Senate and a professor of English in the School of Arts and Sciences. The Grand Marshal plays an important role in today's ceremony. Please join me in greeting Dr. Cass. Finally, I'm pleased to introduce to you my colleagues, the faculty, the people who provide the wisdom, the care, the skills, and the knowledge that elevate and empower our graduates. Will the faculty please rise and be recognized? Now I would like everyone to stand as the Student Government Association President, Mr. DeShavian Williams, leads us in a moment of reflection. So would everyone please stand?
Good afternoon, everyone. Ooh, we're about to graduate. I need some more energy. Good afternoon, everyone. Yeah, there we go. My understanding is the function of a moment of reflection is to help others focus on this moment in time, to be present. The word present is interesting in that it has a number of different meanings, each of which is applicable to today. A gift is a present. To present is to give. And to be present is to be here in this moment in time. And to be in the present is to be fully focused on what you're doing. How many times have you used the word present in the last 4 years to say, here I am, when your name is called on roll? This portion of the ceremony is meant to give you the opportunity to be present now, to be here in this moment, to consider the great accomplishment you have achieved, to be here in this moment to consider all of those who are with you today, to hear your name called, and for you to say, here I am. Oh, no response? All the great world's religions teach us that enlightenment begins with awakening. Buddha, Moses, Jesus, Muhammad, and others talked about the importance of being present. So the challenge is to be present in this moment with your eyes open, in your hearts, to accept this moment for what it is, a goal to realize and a gift received. We offer this moment in time for each of you to reflect on why you're here, how you came to be here, and where you may go from here. Please join me in a moment of reflection. Thank you. You may please be seated.
We are delighted that all of these candidates and their guests are here to participate so we can properly celebrate our students' achievements at UHV. Your graduation is a great cause for celebration, not only for your family and friends, but also for our institution. As we celebrate you, our graduates, we also are celebrating UHV's success. During the last 4 years, our university has grown to more than 4,300 students, taking 70-degree programs and concentrations. UHV is a Hispanic-serving institution, and our diverse student body now includes 166 international students from 36 countries. The growth of our student body has led to expansion of our Victoria campus. We are set to add 260,000 square feet of space within the next 18 months. It won't be long before we open University Commons, our brand new student center and library. a new science, technology, engineering, and mathematics building, new residence hall that we're calling Smith Hall in honor of UHV Provost Emeritus Don Smith, and the former Town Plaza Mall we are renovating for university use. The Bennett Wood family also recently donated 65 acres of land in Victoria to the university for the future location of an athletics complex. We're also growing in Katy. The UH system is opening a new 80,000 square foot building in Katy this fall that will house degree programs offered by both the University of Houston Victoria and the University of Houston. In addition, UHV is now part of the Houston Guided Pathways to Success, a collaboration of 2- and 4-year institutions in the Texas Gulf Coast region that are working to increase higher education completion rates. So thank you very much for going on your academic journey with us, and thank you for your UHV pride. It's a great time to be a Jaguar. We will now hear greetings from Dr. Jeffrey Cass, President of the UHV Faculty Senate, who I've already introduced. He will be followed by Camilla Sutton, Chair of the UHV Staff Council and Assistant Director of Residence Life. Dr. Cass.
The faculty assembled here have spent their careers committed to the success of their students. As the Greek writer Aeschylus might have said, "As you have striven, so we have striven with you." Today marks the end of a particular academic achievement, which we know you will carry into your personal and professional lives. But we also hope that you carry that academic drive to others, encouraging them to achieve what you have achieved and to strive as you have striven. We want you to enlarge the community of learners around you, wherever you go. And as alumni of this institution, we want you to give back to this community, this shadow of Jaguars, so that we may help others who come after you. On behalf of the faculty, I congratulate you and wish you well.
Good afternoon. My name is Camilla Sutton. I serve as our Staff Council Chair at UHV, and I bring you greetings on behalf of our UHV staff in Katy and Victoria. Today, I would like to spend a minute to congratulate our graduates and let each of you know how proud we are of you and the leadership skills you have gained during your time here at UHV. We would also like to thank you and thank your family members who have traveled here to celebrate with you today. We want to tell you how much we really appreciate the opportunity you have given us to assist you, support you, and be a part of your lives. It has been our honor and our privilege to serve you over the years. Graduates, you are a true inspiration to your parents who have dreamed of this day for you. You're also excellent role models, leaders, and a symbol of hope to others. Because you exemplify what can happen when you believe in yourself. Over the years, we have proudly watched you turn obstacles into opportunities and utilize challenges to become champions and change agents. We have seen you be resilient as you encountered roadblocks and reset your internal GPS systems to ensure your academic trajectories remain steady in order to arrive at your graduation destination today. As you go out into the world and begin to pursue your own dreams, be confident in your talents and skills, trust your instincts, and always remember that you are a Jaguar. which simply means that you know how to make your mark. After completing my undergraduate degree at University of Houston and becoming a Cougar, I went on to UHV and also became a Jaguar, which is why we are very pleased that some of you will continue on with us in your graduate programs. Please know that this major accomplishment today is only the beginning of many more exciting accomplishments to come. We know that as Jaguars, you all will continue to go above and beyond, do more than is required, and exceed expectations. But more than anything, our UHV staff wants you to know that we believe in you and never forget that everything you need to succeed on the rest of your Jaguar journey, whatever that may be, is already inside of you. Now go forth, continue to make your mark, and let the world hear you roar, Jaguars. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Cass and Ms. Sutton. Today, we're delighted to have as the commencement speaker, Victoria County Judge Ben Zeller. Judge Zeller was elected Victoria County Judge in 2014 and became one of the youngest county judges in Texas. Before that, he worked in the financial sector at Wells Fargo Bank and Texas Dow Employees Credit Union. Judge Zeller graduated magna cum laude in 2005 from the University of Houston, Victoria, with a Bachelor of Business Administration degree. In 2009, he earned a Master of Business Administration degree from Texas A&M University, San Antonio. Both universities have recognized his accomplishments. At UHV, we named him our 2018 Young Alumnus of the Year. Texas A&M San Antonio awarded him its inaugural Distinguished Alumnus Award. Judge Zeller serves on the boards of the County Judges and Commissioners Association of Texas, the Texas I-69 Alliance, and the Victoria Economic Development Corporation. He also is a member of the Governor's Task Force on Infectious Disease Preparedness and Response, and is a member of the Victoria Rotary Club. He and his wife, Jamie, have been married for 10 years and have 3 young children. We were extremely pleased and honored when Judge Zeller accepted our invitation to be the spring commencement speaker. Please join me in welcoming him this afternoon.
Thank you so much. What an honor it is to be here to share this special day with you and to relive the day in 2005 when I walked this stage as a proud UHV alumni. It's good to be back. I want to recognize and thank some folks who have made today's commencement possible. To President Glenn, who is not able to join us today, to the distinguished deans and faculty whose dedicated work makes these commencements possible, to your families here today who have made so many sacrifices to see you succeed, and of course to you, the students who have studied and toiled and persevered, congratulations. The day has arrived. It will now be time to pursue even greater dreams. But first, we need to celebrate as you rightfully bask in the glow of accomplishment. Whether it took you 4 years or 7, you made it. This is an incredible achievement in your life. You've accomplished a great milestone, one not reached by the vast majority of the world's population. Only 6.7% of people around the globe have a college degree, 1 in 15 people. You are now part of that elite group. Congratulations. I spent a few moments reflecting back on my own graduation ceremonies, and to be honest, I could barely remember who spoke or what they said. But what I distinctly remember is how I felt. I felt an incredible sense of accomplishment, and it's that feeling that I've carried with me over the years, and the knowledge that I could do anything, because success builds confidence, which leads to more success. When you have the understanding that hard work can indeed reap rewards. And today, this defining moment is proof of that truth. You can do great things. But sometimes you may ask this question: what difference does it make? What difference can one person make? What's my life worth? To that, I say everything. Your life is worth everything, and the difference you can make can last for eternity. I'm reminded of the words of Edward Everett Hale, the esteemed minister and historian, who said, "I am only one, but I am one. I can't do everything, but I can do something. The something I ought to do, I can do, and by the grace of God, I will." This diploma certifies that you have done something and that you are prepared to do something. What that is for you to decide. Your life's calling will be as unique as each of you are, but never minimize the gift of the one life you've been given and the power you have to impact the world. I recall the recent World War II movie, Hacksaw Ridge, which showcased the heroism of Corporal Desmond Doss, the first conscientious objector ever to be awarded the Congressional Medal of Honor. Doss was morally opposed to violence and the use of any kind of weapon, but he was drafted into the Army in 1942, and he wanted to serve his country. So he instead joined the Army Medical Corps as a combat medic. Doss and his battalion were assigned to the U.S. invasion of Okinawa and ordered to assault and secure Hacksaw Ridge, a jagged 400-foot cliff overrun with Japanese soldiers. Showering Doss's battalion with artillery, mortar, and machine gun fire, the Japanese drove the majority of the U.S. forces back down the face of the cliff, but dozens of casualties remained behind, wounded. Doss chose to stay back himself, risking his own life to tend to those wounded and to save all those he could. One by one, he dragged and carried his injured comrades to the edge of the cliff, roping them up and lowering them below to safety. By nightfall, he had managed to save 75 of his fellow soldiers. He was only one man, but the lives of his comrades rested on his shoulders, and his commitment to duty impacted many others. I want you to think on that for a moment, because here is an important truth. Much rests on you. Much has been entrusted to you. This degree confers to you not only the attainment of knowledge, but a responsibility to use that knowledge for a meaningful purpose. And what you choose to do with your life and the determination with which you pursue your path affects others and matters to others. It would be easy at this point to say, I've worked hard, I deserve a break. And for today, and maybe even tomorrow, I would say relax and enjoy. But when the sun comes up on Monday, the rest of your life begins and much is expected of you. And there can be no getting complacent, letting others pick up the slack, because so many are depending on you to use the gifts you've been given. Today signals a new beginning. What this diploma certifies is a future of exceptional opportunity, the power to create and pursue other defining moments. My hope is that today's graduation will be but one success in a life of significant milestones, and successes. But I think I would be remiss if I didn't talk about the true meaning of success. There's the world's definition, and then there's the real definition. The world's definition has to do with the size of your house and your bank account. It has to do with titles, clothes, cars, jewelry, followers, and likes. But is that really the reason you were put on this earth? Is that what matters to your parents and your grandparents, to the children you have today or may have in the future? What matters to them is that you are fulfilled in your life and present in theirs. I want to suggest to you that success is not defined by material possessions. Indeed, the saying is true: the most important things in life are not things. Keeping the great commands to love God and love your neighbor is where success in life is truly found. And if you're not doing both, you're probably doing neither. Many people are counting on you, more than you may even know. While it proved controversial at the time she said it, Barbara Bush was right when she stated, "At the end of your life, you'll never regret not having passed one more test, not winning one more verdict, or not closing one more deal. What you will regret is the time not spent with a husband, a friend, a child, or a parent." She was right. And the test will come frequently in various forms. It may come when your boss has you busy on a project and a friend in trouble calls. You'll see their name pop up on your caller ID. Take the call. You may be asked to work late a third time that week, but your son or daughter has a game. Go to the game. The job will still be there, and if it's not, it may not have been the right job. You may say to yourself that you're working longer hours and neglecting your family for their good, but that's not true. That's something we tell ourselves to feel better about our choices. There is no substitute for you, and the time spent with the child or spouse can never be made up. So choose the people in your life. They are the ones who will carry your legacy of a life well lived long after you're gone. Speaking of legacies, few leaders offer a more inspiring legacy than Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. In the face of unbelievable injustice, Dr. King set an example that changed our world. He was only one man, but he rose to the biggest challenge of his time and left a legacy and an example for us all. In what would be the final speech of his life on April 3rd, 1968, Dr. King boldly challenged our nation to live up to our own ideals, and how, if he were given the chance to live at any time in all of human history, he would not have left that moment. Because in spite of how difficult his struggle was, he could see hope unfolding. He told those in attendance that when people get caught up with that which is right and are willing to sacrifice for it, there is no stopping point short of victory. For Dr. King, the sacrifice proved enormous. The next day, he would be assassinated on his hotel balcony at 39 years old. And although he didn't get to see the full effect of his life's work, he left a legacy we can learn from and a better world to live in. Another point from Dr. King's life is worth mentioning. In spite of the hatred he was shown, he practiced forgiveness. We all hear the mantra these days, forgive, but don't forget. And there is some wisdom to that saying, but there's also an important lesson that's even more important for a leader. And that is to show other people the grace you'd want to receive when your flaws and mistakes are revealed. We all need it. We all need forgiveness. It's part of being human. King's life and actions matched his words. As he famously said, He who is devoid of the power to forgive is devoid of the power to love. The best leaders I've ever known had the capacity to blow a fuse from time to time, but they were also just as ready to forgive and move on. Part of forgiveness is not harboring prejudice or lording people's mistakes over them. Too often our motto is mercy for me and justice for you. We want other people to judge us based on our best intentions while we judge them based on their worst behavior. Let's do the opposite. Let's assume the other person has the best intentions until proven otherwise, and let's judge ourselves by our actual deeds because that's what other people actually see. Grace can overcome a multitude of sins, and forgiveness does more to win a person over than 1,000 acts of charity. So be charitable with forgiveness. Love when it hurts to love. Extend grace to others as you would have them so freely give it to you. The French missionary Stephen Grillet understood this when he said, "I shall pass through this world but once. Any good, therefore, that I can do, or any kindness that I can show any human being, let me do it now. Let me not defer or neglect it, for I shall not pass this way again." Well, enough of my advice. There are degrees to confer, degrees that you've worked hard to earn, and the faculty, the administration, your families here today, not to mention this speaker, are incredibly proud of you. Enjoy this moment, carry it with you. It is an honor to call you each fellow UHV alumni. God bless you all.
Our deep thanks, Judge Zeller, for your presence and remarks today. I'd like to present you a token of our appreciation. Here is information about an honorary brick with your name on it that will be installed in front of the UHV University Center in recognition of your presence. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
To honor our commitment to teaching, research, and service, UHV selects 3 faculty each spring to receive special awards. These faculty members were honored at the morning commencement ceremony, but I would like to take the opportunity to recognize them anyway. Please hold your applause until I recognize all of them. The first award, the Teaching Excellence Award, goes to a faculty member who, among many fine teachers, has earned special respect from both students and faculty. The honor is Dr. Li Ping Wei, an Associate Professor of Curriculum and Instruction in the School of Education, Health Professions, and Human Development. The university also recognizes a faculty member who has earned special respect from peers for research and scholarly activities. This year's recipient of the Research and Scholarly Activity Excellence Award is Dr. Joseph Locke, an Assistant Professor of History in the School of Arts and Sciences. To honor commitment to service, the university recognizes a faculty member who makes significant positive contributions to the community. The recipient of the Distinguished Faculty Service Award is Dr. Joanne Olson, an Associate Professor of Adult and Higher Education in the School of Education, Health Professions, and Human Development. Congratulations to all the faculty award recipients. UHV has outstanding students, but those graduating with honors have shown special dedication to their studies. These undergraduate candidates are wearing gold braids over their robes, and their names are listed in your program. I'm pleased to recognize them today. Candidates graduating cum laude with honor have grade point averages of 3.5 to 3.67 on a 4-point scale. Will those candidates graduating cum laude please stand and be recognized? You may be seated. Those undergraduates graduating magna cum laude with high honor have GPAs of 3.68 to 3.84. Please stand so we may recognize you. You may be seated. Finally, those graduating summa cum laude with highest honor have a 3.85 grade point average or higher. Congratulations on this outstanding achievement. Please stand so we may honor you. Please be seated. Next, I would call your attention to student members of academic honor societies. These students are wearing cords or stoles to indicate membership in these societies, which are listed in your program. Would all the student members of honor societies please stand and be recognized? Please be seated. You also may have noticed that a number of graduates are wearing red, white, and blue intertwined graduation cords. We call these our Patriot cords. These individuals are wearing the Patriot cords because they are veterans of the U.S. Armed Forces. At this time, we ask that all graduating veterans, as well as any other veterans in the building, please stand and be recognized. UHV thanks and salutes you for your service to our country. We also have with us international students who are graduating who are proudly wearing a sash of their country of origin or their country of citizenship. UHV is honored to have 14 international students from 6 countries represented at our 2 commencement ceremonies today. International students are those enrolled at UHV on an F or J student visa status. Please stand and be recognized. International students. Please be seated. In addition, we have some special members of the UHV class of 2019 who are wearing Jaguar Spirit cords. These generous students are participating in our JAGS Give Back program, and we appreciate their support of UHV. Please stand and be recognized. Please be seated. Finally, I would like to recognize the outstanding students for the spring selected by the School of Business Administration. These students were chosen based on their academic records and related achievements. The complete list of all the outstanding students for the spring is in your program. Please hold your applause until both students are recognized. For the following students, please stand. Zare Russell, outstanding graduate student. Mary Kay Biggers, outstanding undergraduate student. Congratulations. You may be seated. Now, Dr. Beverly Tomek, Associate Provost, will present the candidates for degrees. Dr. Tomek.
The candidates for degrees in the School of Business Administration will be presented by Associate Dean Jifu Wang.
Good afternoon, folks. It's the time, right? So, will the candidates for the Bachelor of Business Administration, Master of Business Administration, and the Master of Science, please rise. On behalf of the faculty, I present these candidates as having fulfilled the requirements for the designated degrees and recommended that the appropriate degrees be conferred. Please remain standing.
Will the faculty and platform party please rise? Provost Cockrum, it is my distinct honor to present to you these degree candidates who are students in good standing with the University of Houston-Victoria and have completed all the requirements for their respective degrees as set forth by the faculty of the university. I recommend that those degrees be conferred.
Students, this is the moment you've been waiting for. Captured in this moment are hours, weeks, months, and years of preparation and dedicated work. So take one more moment to reflect on that time investment and on your hard-won accomplishments. By the authority transferred to me by the President from the state of Texas, and on behalf of the faculty of the School of Business Administration, I now confer on each of you and upon those graduating in absentia your respective degrees with all rights, honors, and privileges thereto appertaining. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the graduating class of the University of Houston-Victoria. Please be seated. Audience members, you are welcome to take photos of your graduate when it is his or her turn to walk in front of the stage, but please take all photos from your seating area. Dr. Ronald Salazar will announce degrees for the School of Business Administration. I would like to invite Dr. El Nashai to join me in extending congratulations to our graduates. We will now have the presentation of the Spring 2019 graduating class. Will the faculty marshals please assist the graduates?
Congratulations. Reynaldo Jonas Abrego, BBA. Kaylin Aguayo. DeLacy Nicole Albrecht. Katia Mireya Cueva Alvarez, summa cum laude. Dawn Michelle Arnold. Nasra Khalid Almarazi. Catherine Ann Baggett. Connor J. Bancroft. Flor Daniela Perez Barrera. Omer Bashir. Josephine Estrada Bautista. Joel Joseph Benavides. Brittany May Berger, summa cum laude. Mary Kate Biggers, summa cum laude, an outstanding BBA student. Tatiana Andrea Lozano Bolivar. Jarek Rodriguez Cabrales. Chad Calder, summa cum laude. Maria de Los Angeles Chapa Garcia. Cristian Chavez. Farai Nicholas Chimonio. Kaylee Nicole Cray, cum laude. Amanda Chantal de la Vega. Danielle Ann de Leon. Carly Annette Dyson. Eric Eluadulo. Avery Farrell, summa cum laude. Uriel Fernandez. Melinda Denise Flores. Michelle Flores. Deanne Marie Gallup. Carolina Garza. Emily Gatara. Stephanie Lachey Gibson. Carmen Alexis Glover. Rahil Umed Hamirani, cum laude. Paul Hernandez, cum laude. Darcy Therese Herrera, magna cum laude. Lily Than Thuy Ho. Jordan Leanne Hafling, summa cum laude. Benjamin Thoy Huyn. Bogdan Karpenko, summa cum laude. Brandon Wayne King. Teresa Marie Kusurik, magna cum laude. David Taban Lemmy. Samuel Maximiliano Lopez. Risa May Maligad. Caitlin Lindsay Mahalik. Carlos Robert Morin. Jim Navarrete. Helen Liseth Navarro, magna cum laude. Nadia Nazari. Sydney Nguyen, magna cum laude. Elizabeth Olayo. Mary Omisor. Sandy Ordonez. Arpan Patel. Charity Pruitt. Saida Kadri, magna cum laude. Trom Quaich, magna cum laude. Chelsea Ann Reeder. Hamza Riazuddin, cum laude. Kendra Lachey Rice, cum laude. Lacey Joe Richards. Marcus Andrew Ricondo. Victoria Nicole Riojas. Amanda Marie Robinson. Melinda Robles. Antonio Roman. Marisol Sanchez. Isabel Alejandra Cifuentes. Ali Siddiqui. Jordan Michael Smiley. Jonathan Charles Smith. Rosalinda Solis. Miranda Brooke Sutherland. Bianca Tom, magna cum laude. George Torres. Nan Tran. Fong Lin Tran. Lots of Tran. April Tran, cum laude. Melissa Troncoso, cum laude. Tierra Nicole Tidlatka, summa cum laude. Mario Vallejo. Janie Raquel Vasquez Guzman, magna cum laude. Audelia Muniz Vidal. Elvira Damaris Villarreal. Nicole Catherine Villarreal. Elizabeth Nicole Walton, magna cum laude. Sierra Lachey Washington. Avery Alexis White, summa cum laude. Eric Bernard Williams. Peyton Nicole Winchester. Shermara Caprice Worthy. Gian Marco Zancanero, summa cum laude. Azim Varani. What? What? Deshavian Williams. I am now pleased to announce the names of those receiving their master's degrees from the School of Business Administration. Maitri Ataria. You see what he's doing? You see? Joseph Alumide Ajayi. Congratulations, Portia. Portia Danae Allen. Jayanta Bando Padai. Felicia Brister. Congratulations, Denidra. Denidra Denise Brown Finley. Shamim Buddha. Danielle Monique Carson. Stephen Alexander Timothy Crimmy. Venkateshap Dunara. Congratulations. Congratulations. See? Zainab El Yakubu. Jeremy Ryan Fitzgerald. Onesmo Fue. Amanda Mays Gallardo. Sabria G. Joseph Alexander Jufre. Alejandro Gorosito. Congratulations, Michael Gutierrez. Melissa Gail Howard. Randy Iribar. Angela Gail Yanek. Justin William Jones. Roberto Juarez. Prasanth Kumar Kodali. Kian Lee. Congratulations to you. Hazel Lotuaco. Janice Mater. Shayla Denise Laterre. Congratulations. Ashley Rook Merwin. Pramila Oja. Well, Latoya Michelle Pace Smith. Miraj Patel. Zishan Abdul Kavi. Maria Betania Quevedo. Zori M. Russell, outstanding MBA student. Aksum Wolde Gabriel. Ahmed Mohammed Tuhami. Congratulations. Brian Lee Willis. Simone Bonsiedler. Tanya Renee Young. Wankang Wong. Dana Carson. Jaime Leon Hernandez.
Let's give them all one big round of applause. At this point in our ceremony, it is customary and appropriate for bachelor's recipients to move the tassels on their mortarboard from right to left to signify that they are now the recipients of a degree of higher learning. If you are wearing a UHV ring, a class ring, you may also turn your ring so the seal faces away from you. Congratulations again to all of our degree recipients, and welcome to the company of educated persons. It is now our pleasure to induct this graduated class into the alumni of the University of Houston, Victoria, now more than 19,000 strong. I would like to invite Ms. Luann O'Connor, of UHV alumna and realtor and broker associate with Caldwell Baker, the Ron Brown Company, to induct the spring 2019 graduating class. Ms. O'Connor earned a Bachelor of Business Administration in 1984 from UHV and was the recipient of the UHV Distinguished Alumni Award in 2009. Ms. O'Connor.
Wow, y'all are quite a group. And noisy as well, but that's good. A lot to celebrate, right? That's right. You are the representatives in your chosen fields and in your communities. The strength of the alumni and the university depends upon the strengths of all of you. The university will be your gateway to a fuller, more meaningful lives. The alumni join you in your pledge of service to the end that as alumni together, you may continue to grow in service to our great university, community, and the nation. I congratulate you, the class of 2019. Congratulations.
Thank you, Ms. O'Connor. Graduates, I want to endorse her message. We invite you to become active alumni and to keep close ties to your alma mater. You join many other alumni who are in the audience or on stage today. In fact, I would like to ask all UHV alumni to please stand. Graduates, it's a trick question. You are now alumni. Please stand. Now I would like everyone to stand. Would everyone please stand? Turn to page 9 of your program or watch the screens above and join in singing the UHV Alma Mater led by Ms. Cassie Cutchin. The music was recorded for the UHV by the Crossroads Community Band based in Victoria. Once the Alma Mater is finished, please remain standing for the benediction.
Deep within the golden crescent, waves of roses blue, stands our loyal alma mater, tall and strong and true. We are jaguars, hear our voices, fear our pride and might. Hail to thee, our alma mater, roaring in the night. Blessed are those who came before us, they who seize the day. Sing in one acclaiming chorus, hail to UHV.
Wonderful. Thank you, Ms. Cutchin. And now I want to leave you with the Franciscan benediction. May God bless you with discomfort at easy answers, half-truths, and superficial relationships, so that you may live deep within your heart. May God bless you with anger at injustice, oppression, and exploitation of people, so that you may work for justice, freedom, and peace. May God bless you with tears to shed for those who suffer pain, rejection, hunger, and war, so that you may reach out your hand to comfort them and to turn their pain into joy. And may God bless you with enough foolishness to believe that you can make a difference in the world, so you can do what others claim cannot be done, to bring justice and kindness to all our children and the poor. You may be seated. It takes many people to plan a commencement ceremony. I would like to thank the staff who made this ceremony possible. Your hard work is much appreciated. And of course, thanks to all our special guests for being with us today. Also, let me say again to our graduates how proud we are of your accomplishments. Many of you had to overcome numerous challenges to reach this day. We salute you. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us at the commencement ceremony of the University of Houston, Victoria. Will everyone please remain seated during the recessional of the President's Party and the graduates?